Okay, so this video is not going to be like the other videos where you have a whole video and stuff and not just the audio, just like this one. This video is a side effect of you badly wanting to create a video while actually not having the time for it. Like, I literally wanted to create a video on this topic and I just couldn't manage all the time. So I was like, okay, I am going to create a video just with the audio and I don't care about what the audience thinks. Let them do whatever they want. I'm going to upload, let them watch it if they wish to. And that's the reason why I created this video. So just excuse me this one time. So I'm not going to be providing you guys with as much as value like how I did in the previous two videos. I'm going to be talking about some stuff, but it's going to be all around the place. Like, I'm not going to be precise and stuff. So watch this video at your own intention, okay? So, while we are studying, mostly we don't feel motivated enough, or we just feel some sort of resistance to it. So, what I usually do is that I do these four things, and I would recommend you guys to follow these four things, follow doing all of these things too. Okay, so as the title says, I'm going to be going through some steps which you can implement to actually improve your efficiency for studying. And what this means is that while studying, like now, if you implement these steps, you'd feel much more interest to actually study. You would be feeling a more state of fun to even study the subjects that you don't like, only if you just follow these four simple steps. Okay, so the first thing that you can do to improve the efficiency of your studying is to set a timer before you start studying. Before you begin studying, you just go to Google or or your phone or something, you go to clock, and then you just set a timer for like 30 minutes or 1 hour depending on what you're studying. So what this basically does is that while studying, right, you set the timer and you start studying. So like after some time, after like 15 minutes or something, you go back to the timer and you see, okay, now I have 30 minutes of left 30 minutes of work left to do. I have 17 minutes of work left to do. So this puts you into a state of rush. It forces you to actually not waste your time into some other distraction. Like when you see the timer in front of you, like the time is running out, you just wouldn't feel like grabbing out your phone and then scrolling through social media. So this one is an efficient way to actually control your distractions in a limited amount of time. So what I'm asking you to do is that if you don't use this method, right, this simple technique can actually boost the efficiency of your studying by like one or not one, but like 2 times or so. So you can actually try doing this. That's what I do before I begin studying. Like whenever I have to study a certain intense subject and I'm most likely to get distracted, I just set up a timer. Okay, 30 minutes of deep work, I'm going to focus fully. So I start the timer and I feel the rush within myself. I'm going to be like, okay, I have to complete all of this stuff within just the small time of 30 minutes. So I'll have to put in all of my intention, all of my attention, all of my energy, everything. So that's the first thing that you can do. Now the second thing is that you can do is to develop a pre-study routine. And what I mean by this is that you follow a certain set of habits before you begin study. Yeah, I mean, so before you begin studying, you follow a certain routine. That's what I mean. Okay, so what I mean by this is that you follow a routine before you begin to study, which would boost your efficiency while you're studying. I hope you were able to understand that. So my pre-study routine consists of meditation, a very short meditation and positive affirmations along with some planning and setting up the timer. So what this basically means is that meditation would actually, consolidate all of your thoughts and then just put all of your intention towards studying. Like what you can think while meditating is that, okay, right now I'm going to study in 5 minutes, so I have to study with full intensity, full focus. I should not get distracted. So that's what I think about while I'm meditating. And then after that, I boost my mood. I boost my interest for studying. I just make myself feel better by using some positive affirmations. I tell like, okay, Lirit, you're gonna start studying in 5 minutes. So like for the whole period of time, I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to be fully focused. Nothing can disturb me, and I'm going to do it. I know it. And then I'm gonna plan. Okay, so I'm gonna complete chapter 1 from biology. I'm gonna complete chapter 4 from history. I do some planning, and then I set up a timer. And then after doing all of these things, after following this whole pre-study routine of mine, I'm gonna get to studying. So that's what I do, and I recommend you guys to come up with something on your own, or you can just follow up my pre-study routine too. It's totally okay, and that's the thing. And the third thing that you can implement is to start working deeply. So what I mean by working deeply is that you cut out on all of your distractions. Like you either minimize it or you completely throw them out of your life, and you begin to study, because like studying is an intense activity and it requires deep focus from your side too. So what you need to do, what you need to consider out, is to eliminate all forms of distractions as much as you can. So we'll understand this through an example. So let's take a person, okay? So he has to study, and what I'm asking you to do is that if you are that person and you have to work deeply, what you should be doing is that, okay, so like you're getting distracted through your phone and stuff, so you keep your phone in some other room, you reduce the distraction, you keep the phone in the other room, and whatever distracting stuff that is there in the room, like if your laptop or if anything is there that's distracting, you just put it out of your room. Or if you're like studying from your hall room or something where there's the TV, where there's like a lot of noise and stuff, you just shift yourself to an environment which is quite silent, which is quite which quite provides the vibe for you to study and stuff. So that's what I'm asking you to do. To work deeply, you require intense focus, so you go to an environment which provides you with that intense focus. If there are some forms of distraction that is going to distract you while you're like focusing, just try to reduce the distractions and stuff. Let's say that while studying, one distraction that you can possibly have is that, okay, you're thirsty and you don't have water, so you have to go downstairs and bring water up, and then that's going to interfere with your focus, right? You're like basically studying, you're like in a deep workflow, and then this thirst actually distracts you because your your water bottle is not close to you and you have left it somewhere. So how can you eliminate this distraction? What you can do is that you can just bring the water bottle from downstairs to upstairs, and you can just keep it in your room. So just like this, some small changes that you can implement would actually boost the efficiency of your studying. So these three changes, these three steps are like the most important ones, and the fourth one you can actually implement it if you wish to or not, but I usually practice this fourth step. So this fourth step is basically a habit tracker. I'll just put on my habit tracker right now, which I have set for this week. So basically, this habit tracker, what does this do is that it tracks the habits that you have to consider out. Like you can see my habit tracker says that, okay, do your pre-study routine, do your deep focus work, do your post-study routine. Yeah, I haven't talked about post-study routine yet, but I'll do it. So these three things, right? This is my habit tracker. So like I set up some dates in the left side, and what I'm aiming to achieve by practicing this habit tracker is that I ensure that I perform my required tasks of carrying out the pre-studying routine, carrying out the deep work, carrying out the post-study routine for the next set of days. And if I have done a certain thing, if I have meditated, then I'll just put a tick mark in the box. If I have done the positive affirmations and setting the timer for a day, I'm going to tick the box. So that's like it just forces me to do those habits. So that's why I use this habit tracker. You can actually do it too if you want to. And about the post-study routine, it's about what you do after studying. Like you become grateful for how much work you have done. You analyze and reflect on different stuff that you have done while studying. Like let's say you got distracted even after doing all of this effort. So after you study, you just analyze about what actually got you distracted and stuff. So these are the 4 different things that you could actually implement in your life to actually boost the efficiency of your studying. So yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and welcome, to be honest. I'm not supposed to be saying thank you. Okay, stay tuned. Bye.